Back in the swing of things. Anyways, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Grown Up Podcast. Let me move this mic up a little bit. Boom. All right. And yeah, welcome back to the Grown Up Podcast. Y'all already know what we do here on the Grown Up Podcast. If you don't know what we do, we talk about that grown up shit. I hope you said it with me as I was saying it. I said it the way I did, so it was, collective. Anyways, excuse me. Welcome back. I missed you guys. I hope you missed me because I missed you guys very much. Yes, I did take a break. Yes, I was getting my life together, getting some things together. Obviously, I'm going to talk about why I took a break and what's new that's coming up and all of that. Give you guys a nice full update. And then, from here on, I'm going to be dropping episodes right back to, usual. Going to be doing them every other week. The schedule, like I was previously trying to get into, but got rudely interrupted by my own mental. We're gonna get into that. But anyways, before I get any further, you already know what I have to do. I have to thank the listeners and subscribers. Thank you so much for the love and support. I posted on my social media that I was taking a break and that, I needed this for myself, and I was going to get back into it and going to drop episodes. And every time I felt like I was, it never just really felt right. And so I had to get myself together for a little bit, and now I'm back. I'm black. I'm trans. I'm all of that. And so, but most importantly, I am Derek. So at the end of the day, that's me, who I am, and I appreciate you guys for tuning in and appreciating me and what I do and talk about here on the podcast. And I have to send love to you guys and send appreciation and all of that. Right off the bat, because I need you guys to know that none of this would be possible without you guys. So much love and appreciation and blessings sending out to everybody. So without further ado, let's get into the episode. Oh, how I've missed you guys. I've missed talking here on the podcast. With podcasting, I really get out a side of myself that I've hidden for a long time, and I was just kind of touching on this today, and I'm going to talk about why I was touching on that today a little bit later. But it really does give me a chance to have the side of myself that I used to hide a lot, which is someone who was not really outspoken, someone who's not really understanding of my own feelings and emotions, and didn't like to speak, or didn't think, if you would have told me I would be podcasting and doing all this now, I would have said hell no, because I wasn't the first person to really speak up. But when I did speak up, I had a lot of people around me, and I got a lot of friends and things like that. And so I think with podcasting, it gives me an extra boost of who I was then as a kid, really bringing people together now into a bigger scale with podcasting, to the mass and whoever is listening to this. And so, like I said, I always appreciate you guys for tuning in and stuff, and really supporting and loving me putting myself out there and just being authentically who I am and showing the side that I've always wanted to show, and appreciating and so being supportive of that. So yeah, anyways, let's get into why I took a break. Because you guys are all dying to know, and I'm dying to tell you. So so basically, altogether we have about 100 episodes. That's including all the regular episodes, including the interviews. We have about 100 episodes here on the Grown Up Podcast, and I really was going hard and putting in the work into this podcast for about 3 years, and everything really just seemed like it started elevating pretty quickly, and it was really awesome. And then I was gaining a lot of connections, and a lot of people were interested in the podcast, and everything was really awesome with the podcast side. But on the flip side, my life, my regular life outside of the podcast, obviously, was experiencing a lot of ups and downs, of course, relationships, myself, my mental health, of course, my transition came into play a little bit later as well. And so all these different types of huge changes are going on. I got married, I got divorced, all these huge changes are happening all the while I'm, starting this audio career and trying to get into podcasting, trying to get into audio. And so I'm trying to deal with these things and kind of put it out there a little bit on the podcast, because I want the podcast to be authentic, and talk about real conversations. But I also don't want to, of course, put my life on display that much, but eventually it will be if, this gets to listen to a lot more than what it does now. But that's okay, because honestly, who is going to learn, really? Even ourselves, how are we ever going to learn from the things that we've done if we're not saying them out loud and making them true? Like, sometimes we put it in the back of our heads and we're like, yeah, nah, I really didn't do that. Or we try and twist the story a little bit, and it's like, no, just be honest, be straight up with yourself about it, and whatever you have to do to change it for the next time, be real about it and change it for the next time, and don't, sugarcoat it. So I'm trying to be as authentic as I can. And so, I'm dealing with all these things, and I'm also trying to continue putting in all the effort 100% into podcasting. And, everything's going great with the podcast, but because I'm putting 100% effort into the podcast, a lot of the effort that I was putting into all the other things was getting pulled away from that. So, I mean, it's not like I can really expand more than 100% of myself, and so when I begin to do that, expand more than 100% of myself, and I start to say, well, I'm the type of person that puts 100% in everything, and then I try and put 100% in everything, and then I get exhausted, and I'm like, damn, why am I so fucking tired all the time? Then I'm like, oh, I'm thinking that I could put 100% into everything when I really can't do that anymore. Maybe I can put, 5% here, 5% there, but really do the best that I can and do my, take the time and really have the best 5% that I put into that. Then I can stretch myself a little bit better, as opposed to trying to put 100% into everything and exhausting myself. And so once I kind of started to get with that, I was like, okay, cool, like maybe I can ease back a little bit. But then my body was like, oh, you're taking a break? Cool, like let's take an even more of a break. And I was like, damn. So I'm like, shit, okay, this break is cool, but I know I need to get up and I need to do these things. And because I was trying to take a little bit of percentage away from podcasting and put it towards the other stuff, then of course the podcasting starts falling off. And so now I'm like stuck in this in between space where I'm like, okay, how do I divide up my percentage of myself to these things in my life that are all very, very important to me and that I all want to succeed in, very, very much so. But how do I divide myself? So, I began to say, okay, it's like I took the first day, and I'm thinking like, okay, for the past, before I took that 1 month break, those 2 months that I was dropping episodes, it was really difficult for me to get up and record an episode. So for me to actually get up and record and drop those episodes, those were a big deal for me. And I was on the verge of like wanting to take a break, but I just didn't know when I should take a break and how I should take a break. And the break just kind of walked up on me and was like, hey, like, I'm here. And I was like, I'm not ready. I'm not ready to take a break. But the break was like, yeah, you're ready. Just go ahead, sit this one out for a second. So the first day I'm like, okay, I'm still going to record. I'm still going to try and get it done. And then second day comes, third, fourth. And as the days go by, I'm like, I got a lot of stuff that I got to think about and I got to sift through. And right now, I'm not even really feeling like I can even just get up and go into the room to go and record. And I did try to come in here and I recorded, but I listened back to it and I was like, nah, it don't even sound good. And I also ended up, I think I got distracted. I had recorded a whole episode, you guys. Like, it was literally a whole episode, but I either got distracted or I just didn't feel the vibe with that episode, and I ended up just closing my laptop and, walking away, and then I didn't come back to it until obviously today. And so, I tried, but I was like, I have so many things that I have to worry about. And so the first thing that I knew that I needed to work on myself with was my mental health, because my mental health was deteriorating very, very, very quickly. Between dealing with health insurance, you guys know that I lost my job, so my health insurance lapsed, and so I had to regain that, and having to wait on that, and having so many calls that I had to go through, and all these things, all these people I had to talk to, and finally everything came together, but I still had a little bit of a wait time. So all last month was a pretty agonizing wait, having to wait until my insurance kicked in for the next month, the first of the next month. And I ran out of needles, and so I wasn't able to take my T-shots all last month. So with already my mental health and mood swings being all over the place, taking T-shots, imagine now a month without taking them, I'm going literally insane. No, not literally insane, but I was very, very low and very like, oh man, like this, it just sucks, and it's like, I understand, a lot of people who are in these other states who have these horrible anti-LGBTQ plus laws that are being passed currently right now, and also that are already in place, that make it so difficult to even get insurance in the first place. And then when we do get insurance, then it costs like even more to get the supplies that we need. It's honestly, it sickens me, and it just, I don't even know what to say about it. That's a whole nother episode, a whole nother topic. Just had to throw it out there to, get the conversation started. But, having to go through that, and, it felt like a lifetime, even though it was maybe 3 or 4 months that I had to figure things out. It felt like forever. And, like I said, it really just sucked not being able to have my T-shots for that month. I am 9 months on T now, about to be 10 months really soon. My name is Derek, and this is my voice, 9 months on T. You guys know those videos. Well, here's a podcast one. But yeah, missing that month, like it was a lot going on in my head as far as like mental health and just dealing with myself and everything. I was wondering like what changes would have happened if I would have taken the T-shots, and just all these things I was thinking about and going through emotionally and mentally. And so it was a lot to deal with last month. And so another thing that I had to gain in order to get through last month, and also continue to get through, was find a therapist. During my whole debacle of the lapse of health insurance, I also lost my therapist. And so I was like, dang, I know I need to find another therapist. I know I need to be in therapy, at least for a little while, if not, for a long while, a little while at least. So found me a therapist, and things have really been good with that. So that's something that worked out and has also helped me get back to the good spot where I'm at to be able to come back to podcasting and recording and everything for you guys. Another thing that I had to deal with myself as well was working on my relationship with my lady. We've definitely we've been together for a year and some change, and we've definitely been through our ups and downs. But I can most certainly say that it's all worth it. The growth has been insane, and sometimes you just need to take a break from some things to, like I said, work on, important things in your life. And that was one of the important things in my life, because, she has really elevated me and helped me mentally, emotionally, physically, been supportive since day one with everything with podcasts and all stuff. And I'm gonna have her back on here. Don't worry, we're gonna have our little spat that we have. But yeah, she's just really been there and been so involved. And I couldn't appreciate her enough. And like I said, we had some things that we had to get through, but we got through. And so shout out to her. Like I said, we're gonna have her back on the podcast. But yeah, so along with all those things, the final thing that I really had to get together was dealing with employment. So as you guys know, I'm not making any revenue yet with podcasting, which is fine because I really love podcasting, honestly, truly, without getting any money. So if I did eventually start getting money, that would be great. But as far as actually having the love for podcasting and wanting to start the conversations in order to bring us together more, that would trump that over the money. So just know that. That's where my heart is, y'all. So but yeah, so dealing with being independent and having to, of course, fund my independence within this podcasting world. It's been difficult, but I know I use that's my favorite word, you guys, difficult, I guess. But nonetheless, I was finally able to find a job. I got some more things coming up, and so just praying to God that whatever he has in store for me is on its way, and the things that are set up now possibly could be one of them. And so just keeping my faith with that, and keeping my faith with knowing that this is all going to be funded, and however, I'm going to work as hard as I can to make sure that I keep this going, because like I said, I really love doing this podcast for you guys, and I appreciate all the support that you guys have given me. There's no words, because when you're putting yourself out there, and strangers essentially, because I don't know any of you guys, strangers essentially, besides some of the people that I do know that have told me that they listen to the podcast, showing you love and support and saying like, hey, I recognize you and you're doing a good job. It means a lot, in this life. And I try to do that with other people and just let them know, hey, I see you, I recognize you, because we all need to be seen and be recognized for a minute. We're all going through shit. If I can just put it in simplest terms, we're all going through shit. And, at the end of the day, while we're going through our shit, it's nice to know that someone is seeing us through that shit. and they don't just see shit on us. Sorry, I'm saying shit so much, but shit. But yeah, I mean, it's just being real. It's being honest, So yeah, that's really why I took a break. I was just dealing with all those things, mental health, dealing with my insurance, working on my relationship, finally finding a therapist and getting into that. And of course, dealing with employment and working and, keeping everything afloat and staying alive. Staying alive. So yeah, so that kind of wraps up why I took a break. And so we're going to move on here to what is new, what's popping with the podcast, what's going up with the podcast, with the grown up podcast, because we go up. And so yeah, so we're gonna wrap it up with telling you guys what is new with the podcast, and of course, letting you guys know where you can stream us, because we've added some new things and all of that good news. So anyways, what is new? So what's new with the podcast? We have been, a couple weeks ago, I got the email, the congratulations, that the podcast, Grown Up Podcast, has now been added to the Cube, which is a new app that is coming out. Hold on, I'm gonna pull up I kept trying to pull up the website on my phone, and for some reason, even though my phone is connected to the same Wi-Fi, it obviously would not pull up on my phone, and it is now pulling up on my laptop. So hey, that's that. But all right, so let's see, and then we're gonna open that in a new. Yeah, sorry, I want to make sure that I'm getting all of the information correct, because we're most definitely definitely excited, of course, about this. So all right, so first of all, the app is called The Cube. It's a curated app of music and podcasts by Black, Brown, and QT Pop Creative. So this is a new app that's going to be introduced. It's a extension of the E3 radio that is currently up and running online. If you guys want to tune in and listen to it, I'm reading straight from their website, so if you want to check out their website and read the rest of the blurb, it is e3radio.fm, and I will have that link in the description below as well, so you guys can check that out. But like I said, reading straight from the website, so E3 Radio is an online radio station playing queer and independent music in high rotation. Our three pillars are to educate, empower, and entertain. E3 Radio is queer radio done right. So yeah, so shout out to E3 Radio, and then also shout out to The Cube, the new app that they have put together that they are going to be launching soon. And I'm super excited that, I obviously submitted my podcast to this, and they listened to it, and of course, I'm going to tell you guys about the experience right now in a second. But yeah, I'm just really, first of all, I just want to say I'm really excited to be a part of it, and to see the growth of independence. And of course, right here on the Grown Up Podcast, we celebrate independence to the fullest. And so just to see that they have an independent radio station not too long ago, I was kind of interested in that. And so to see that they have that going, and now they're kind of putting together app is like the next step, and really supporting Black and Brown and QT Pop creatives. It's something that we need. It's something that we need people to create these circles for us to be able to speak our truths. And so, like I said, at the end of the day, I'm very excited to be a part of this, and you guys should most definitely check this out. Like I said, e3radio.fm. Their link will be in the description. But above that is that I was able to have a meeting with their founder today, N.O.W. Shout out to her. So excited. I'm going to have her on the podcast. I guess I just kind of jumped to that. I have it kind of here in my notes, and then I just rolled off my tongue here. But yeah, I'm going to have her on the podcast as a guest here soon. Hopefully. She's a busy woman, but we're going to, get it going and have her as a guest. But I'm so excited. I had a meeting with her today. She is super dope, laid back, and I'm appreciative beyond words of her speaking, good about the podcast, that she loved the podcast. She's listened to the podcast, and honestly, I don't even have any words to say for me to submit my podcast and knowing that people are going to listen to it, and just putting myself out there and people receiving it and saying that they love what I'm doing. And like I said, I have no words for it. Honestly, it really means a lot. And for creatives and people who make what they make through either podcasting or videos or whatever they do that are in entertainment and entertain people, when we receive that support back and we know that we're touching people and reaching the people that we need to reach, I don't know if anyone else feels this, but for me, I just feel this incredible amount of joy and happiness and humbleness that people are listening. And so yeah, appreciate her. Shout out to N.O.W. again. Shout out to E3 Radio and the Cube. Like I said, they're going to be launching that soon. If you guys want to check that out, again, their website link will be in the description. And yeah, so we're going to be added to that. So that's going to be adding to another one on the list of places that you can catch the Grown Up Podcast and tune in. Let everybody know we aren't just on one streaming platform. We're on multiple, and we hope to be on all of them. I want to be on all the platforms. I want to be accessible to everybody, because everybody needs to be having these conversations. Everyone, we need to open our minds and open our hearts to, more love in this world, and more happiness, and more togetherness, more community, more everything, lots of love, lots of that. But yeah, so the last couple updates, so I can wrap this up here. I won't gnaw you guys ear off too much. I know this is a late night drop, but y'all probably listen to it early morning. But anyways, yeah, so essentially the huge help that the Cube will be with the podcast is helping with promotion, which is similar to what TNC does, but they're on a sort of a bigger platform, obviously due to them having an app that's accessible to download onto your phones and things like that. And so, and of course, you can, like I said, access their radio station as well. But the app is essentially, what I'm excited and what everything is aiming towards with curation is for the app and everything. And so, really excited that they're going to be helping on that side of promoting and helping me with marketing in that aspect, because having to deal with all of that and one being an independent is a lot. It's really a lot. And with also supporting my life and everything, you guys already know how that goes. So yeah, super excited to be working with them. Like I said, shout out to them. Links will be in the description where y'all can go and check that out. Okay, so my last little updates that I have for the what's new for you guys. I got the call back for one of the programs that I applied for. I don't know if I think I mentioned it before I went and took a little month hiatus. I applied for 2 programs a couple months back, and one of them I heard back from. Super excited. They were really great people that I met and got connected with. Turns out they had 2 different programs, and the one that I applied for was more of a entry level kind of, and I kind of I kind of got a lot of the entry level that they do in that program. I got that already through getting my AA degree. So they kind of mentioned to me the second program, which was more of intermediate level as far as what they offer with that program. And they were like, yeah, we think you probably qualify more for this one. Your resume is amazing. That was mind-blowing to me. I was super nervous, you guys, super nervous about putting these applications together, by the way. And if you guys are nervous about applying to programs or whatever, do it. That is my final suggestion. If you're scared, if you want to do something, just do it. I was definitely scared to apply these programs. I overthink everything. So I was scared to even just hit submit and do it. So when I got the call back, when I got the email, when I got the call back, when I actually spoke with them, everything just felt like a movie. It felt like a dream. But just to hear them say that, the words that they said to me, the encouragement that they gave me and everything, and of course, encouraging me to go to the second program, which is at the next level, kind of in that sense. Excuse me. It really meant a lot to me, and like I said, shout out to them. So that second program is the one that I'm actually interested in. So that will be taking place next summer. Hopefully circumstances will be better than they were this summer, and I'll be able to attend that program next summer. And so that was really exciting, something exciting that happened while I took my kind of break. And I'll have, of course, the update for the other program that I applied for next month. So I should be hearing back from them sometime next month. So fingers crossed, you guys. Say a little prayer, a little blessing for me, that I hear back from them as well. So the last couple things that I wanted to get out here before I get out of here is that I have plenty of episodes written down for you guys, so don't worry. I'm out of the writer's block area and I'm into a new area of abundance of creativeness. And so I definitely have a lot of episodes written down, and a lot of topics that I want to hit, and a lot of tough conversations that I want to talk about. And but like I said, these are conversations and topics we have to cover, because we can't just hide forever, you guys. We only get one life to live, and how the hell we know we're doing it right if we're not even talking about the shit that we're doing? So got plenty of episodes, so stay tuned. Definitely, of course, please hit that subscribe button for me. Please hit that notification button to turn your notifications on so you can get notified every time a new episode drops. And if you're listening to me on Apple Podcasts, I would love and appreciate that you give a rating as well. It's at the bottom. You just scroll up a little bit, or scroll down. I don't know, how would that be? Is it scroll up or down? Anyways, either way, it's at the bottom. Give me a rating, leave a review if you'd like. I would appreciate it. Appreciate showing the love and support. And last thing I have for you guys is that I don't know if you guys remember. It was eons ago. But I did mention that I wanted to put together, curate a indie playlist for you guys of some of my favorite grown-up podcast episodes, along with National N.O.W interviews and independent artist music in this playlist. I am hoping to put it together. I kind of also need to get a survey also possibly of where you guys stream your music, because I might just have to put together like these posts in order for you guys to just kind of see, and then you guys can search wherever platform that you are listening on for the music to see if their music pops up. So it's a little bit complicated trying to make this playlist. I just started thinking about that, but I definitely do want to curate some type of really dope vibe indie playlist for you guys to kind of add a cool little element, just as something extra, you know, for you guys to vibe out to while you're vibing out to the Grown Up Podcast. You feel me? And last but not least, I also hopefully want to be getting into getting merch for you guys and possibly adding a video element to the podcast. I just have to get everything set up. I just kind of got my office a little bit together, decorated, sort of, but I need to get some things together in here. So like I was getting my life together that month, I also need to get some things together with the setup and everything. So hopefully soon a video element added. And yeah, that is it. I appreciate you guys so much for sticking around, for staying subscribed, for having your notifications turned on, for waiting for me for this month. I'm sorry I took a break. Well, I'm not really sorry, but I kind of am. I'm kind of sorry because, you know, I wasn't able to give you guys the grown-up shit that you needed, but I'm not sorry because I did need to take a minute for myself, and sometimes you just gotta be just a wee bit selfish and take that time for yourself. You know what I mean? And I encourage you guys, take whatever time that you feel you need. If it's, you know, sometimes you need to take time away from the kids, hey, go take your little bit of 5-10 minutes and then come back and, you know, recuperate. But whatever you're doing, I encourage you, if you feel like you need to take a break, take a break. You know, don't force it, don't fight it. Just take that break, recuperate, recover, all that, all the R-E words. And, come back fighting just as hard. And, I'll see you guys in the fight, obviously, right? But yeah, other than that, I appreciate y'all for tuning in to today's episode. Of course, we are still celebrating the Naturally on the Wave Spotlight artists. We do have, of course, a brand new spotlight artist that I'm going to be introducing to you guys. We finna be turning up the level a notch in here with this guy. He has a pretty dope track that's out right now. We're gonna support and celebrate his independence. He's already got 100K plays on this song, so I appreciate him for letting me support him and his new song that's out. So of course, you guys, after you listen to it on here, please go and stream it and run up the numbers on it for me, for him, and for the independent movement. So without further ado, I'm gonna let the track do the tracking. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be quiet and let's get into it. This is Jellz, y'all.
Talk to me nice, baby, just talk to me nice. And talk to me. I need some 1942, it's summer zoo. No matter the cost, I got the blues. She let me in, I can't refuse. She wanna build, but got no tools. I cannot settle for lesser. I keep them all under pressure. Baby girl, let's whip his hands free. You can give me brain in a Tesla. I'm dripped up, wait. Girl, I know they feel a wave, and I ain't really with the chase. She gon' fuck me cause I'm paid and switch up, hey. Pop a perk, I feel amazing. She gon' clap like a parade. Girl, I know it's just a phase, and bust it down, drill it. Girl, I know it's just a feeling. I used to be the one to kill it, and now you treat me like a villain. Oh well, fuck it, had to work hard. I've been gunning for the millions. She just want me cause I'm winning. I've been out look appealing. Ay, oh, mio. She keep fucking my amigos. She been bagging all the chicos. What you doing is illegal, mamacita. Baby girl, I don't believe ya. That girl, she turned to a tree shot. You gotta look in the mirror. Left, right, blocker. I'ma teach you the bachata. Baby girl, I'm not your father, but she keep on calling me papa. I'ma slide, cha-cha, cha-cha. We gonna kick it like soccer. She wanna shake my maracas. Girl, take the lead, I'ma follow. I get that cheddar, the Guapanese. But take over Netta, I got the keys. I cannot trust no apologies. I play the block like Monopoly.
What's poppin', grown up family? Y'all already know the vibes. This is Jellz. That's his artist stage name. This song that you're tuning into right now is called Bachata. Y'all, please go and stream and run up the numbers on this song. It's fire as hell. I know y'all moving a little bit in your speakers, so like I said, run up the streams. His links will be in the description below where you can check him out. Go straight to click to stream this song as well as follow him on his social medias. You already know for me, my links are in the description as well for y'all to follow me. I'm not gonna keep talking. I'm gonna let the music do the talking. I'll see y'all later. Y'all stay safe, be kind, and we out.
Baby girl, I don't believe ya. That girl, she turned to a tree shot. You gotta look in the mirror. Left, right, blocker. I'ma teach you the bachata. Baby girl, I'm not your father, but she keep on calling me papa. I'ma slide, cha-cha. We gonna kick it like soccer. She wanna shake my maracas. Girl, take the lead, I'ma follow. Dímelo, talk to me nice, baby, just talk to me nice. Talk to me nice, baby, just talk to me nice. Wait.